Hey neighbor, even though it's cold and windy outside, we still have some garden chores to do. Today I'm going to show you how we're going to keep and maintain our asparagus beds. Now this is a small raised bed that we planted back in the springtime. You can watch that video right here. It shows you everything we did to prepare it and plant it. These are 1-year-old asparagus plants, and as you can see, they did extremely well. But the cold has bitten them and browned these tops and killed them back. Now it's time to clean them up. Now these tops are really important because that's what feeds our root system. With asparagus, you know, we've got 2 to 3 years before we can start harvesting. So our goal is to grow a really good, dense plant with a great root system so that when we start collecting or harvesting those spears, our plant can withstand that. So for 2 to 3 years, we've got to really focus on growing a good, healthy plant. These tops have served their purpose the first year. Look how much top growth we got just out of the first year. But now it's time to cut them back. So after they die back, we want to take a good pair of clippers, just like this right here, and just go over there and clip these things back. Now, there's no need to go in real deep there. We just want to get them right above the soil line. Now, I've got these mulched with pine straw. You can use different things. I like to use pine straw because it's just easily and accessible for us here in the deep south. I like just to clip them back just about this size right here. Now that I got them cut back right above the soil line there, 2 or 3 inches. You don't have to be real peculiar about that, but you want to get it fairly close. Get them out of the way. We're doing housekeeping here, getting these old tops out of the way that's brown, getting ready for new growth come springtime. Now I use this tarp right here. Folks, I'm gonna tell you probably the cheapest, best tool you'll ever buy for your garden is one of these blue tarps. Get you a small one like an 8x8 or 10x10. These things work really good for large, bulky stuff. You just drag it and pull it away to your burn pile or your compost bin here. We use these tarps here all the time in the garden. But back to the asparagus here. You know, it's winter time. We still got some cold weather to come. Got them cut back. Now what we need to do is mulch them. Now there's several ways we can do this right here. I'm gonna be using pine straw though because that's used before. But if you got good quality compost, now's a good time to go ahead and layer that in there. I've done that several times in the past. Layer about an 1 or 2 inch layer of compost in, put my mulch on top there. But I don't have any compost ready right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put the pine straw out today. Now wheat straw is another good option that I love to use. The only problem with wheat straw is sometimes we have leftover wheat seed inside that, and it will sprout, come up, and I do have some problems with some of the wheat coming up in here, which is aggravating. Ideally, you want to use something that's weed-free, because what we're doing here with this mulch is we're doing two things. We're insulating our plants here, you know, to keep the cold weather from really working on them, and to kind of keep them nice and happy. Plus, weed control with asparagus is extremely important. It's one of the most troublesome things we have with asparagus is weeds. So using mulch on our asparagus helps a lot. We're setting this thing up for springtime. When everything emerges and comes out of there, it's gonna be happy, it's gonna be growing, and we're getting as much growth as we can. So we're gonna mulch today, and then we're gonna wait to about the end of February, the 1st to March to fertilize. We don't wanna fertilize right now because it's too early. The last thing we want to do is encourage growth right now and it come up and cold come burn it back. So we want to wait till early spring for us in the south. We're in 9A. End of February and 1st of March is just an ideal time to go ahead and get some fertilizer on this asparagus. Now there's 2 different types you can use. If you want to go organically, you can use our complete organic, which is a balanced fertilizer, or our 10-10-10 all-in-one. I like it because it has everything in it. It's 10% of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Now, with these plants that we're really trying to grow a dense root system in the soil here, phosphorus and potassium is really important. And that's the reason we want to use a well-balanced fertilizer there, because our phosphorus and our potassium is going to encourage that good root growth. That nitrogen is going to encourage them spears to come out and grow a lot of top that's going to feed those root systems there. So that's what we like, is a good balanced fertilizer in the springtime for our asparagus. What we want to do this next year, so it'll be our second year with this bed here, is grow good plant. And then maybe the year after that we can start harvesting a few of the spears. We can wet this down, or we can wait a couple of days till we get some rain to kind of settle our pine straw down a little bit. It's a little fluffy right now. There's no need to worry or come back here in the springtime and try to dig around. Our spears will come right through this mulch right here. And next thing you know, we'll have spears everywhere coming out here. Now, these asparagus is crowns I planted last spring, and I planted this small raised bed here. I've had larger in-ground asparagus beds before. This last year, we started this new raised bed here. I think this is a perfect way for somebody starting out growing to asparagus to start in a raised bed, because you can control the weeds, you can control everything just a little bit more. We planted these asparagus crowns back in the springtime. We fertilized them when we planted them. We really didn't do a whole lot after that, and then we grew a really good crop the first year. So there's not a lot of maintenance involved if you can control your weeds, and mulch helps dramatically with that. So going into year number 2, we want to fertilize. We want to keep any weeds, that pop up, pulled out of there, maybe come back in maybe mid-summer and mulch again to keep these plants insulated nice and happy. And maybe after a couple, maybe 3 years, we can start harvesting asparagus. And look here, these asparagus beds here can last anywhere from 10 to 15 years. So it's years and years of having good, delicious asparagus.